The Foreign Secretary sets strict red lines over EU border checks at Gibraltar's airport. David Cameron has insisted Britain's sovereignty over Gibraltar won't change an inch in a new border trade deal. The Foreign Secretary said it is a key red line in the post-Brexit agreement. Talks about the territory's relationship with Brussels are ongoing, with a final agreement expected in the coming week. Tory MPs have warned that proposals to give the EU border guards access to the Rocks airport are unacceptable. Gibraltar is a British overseas territory situated on the southern tip of the Iberian Peninsula, where it shares a border with Spain. For months, discussions have been taking place between the EU and Britain over the management of Gibraltar's border now that Brexit has been filed. To keep the border open, proposals have been made for EU officials to carry out immigration controls at the airport. Checking arrivals there would allow the ROC to join the passport-free Schengen zone, eliminating the need for identity controls at its border. That is expected to include people travelling to the territory from the UK who, from later this year, would have to provide their fingerprints to. However, such plans are controversial because the airport is a joint civil-military facility that doubles as the RAF station on Gibraltar. The issue is also highly sensitive because Spain has consistently claimed sovereignty over the territory. Last week, the UK and the EU published a joint statement saying that an agreement was. It comes as National Audit Office warned the government is splashing £4.7 billion in Brexit border checks. The watchdog also found there is no clear timetable to fully implement its post-Brexit border controls. Speaking to the European Scrutiny Committee today, Lord Cameron said the UK's sovereignty over Gibraltar. I don't want to see anything that diminishes in any way the UK's sovereignty over Gibraltar, he told. He added that every inch of the ROC remains British following. We want to achieve a deal because that would be good for the people of Gibraltar. They want their status sorted out and they want their economy sorted for the future. Lord Cameron said that no deal will be signed if it doesn't work for the UK or Gibraltar. There are very clear lines that we can't cross. If a deal isn't possible, then we won't agree a deal. Naming the red lines, Lord Cameron said that the British military base must continue to operate as it does now. Also, every inch of Gibraltar remains sovereign UK territory. And finally, the Gibraltar government. But he angered some MPs by saying he supports the Gibraltar government's push for a fluid border which would have it operate as an adjunct to the Schengen area under free movement. He insisted that this meant EU checks will need to take place in Gibraltar, but likened it to Eurostar border checks by the French at St Pancras station. However, Tory MP Paul Bristow said, "You would accept that a crucial difference is that while the Spanish claim sovereignty over Gibraltar, the French do not claim sovereignty over St Pancras." When pressed by former Cabinet Minister David Jones, the Foreign Secretary was also unable to rule out access to Gibraltar by Spanish police in hot pursuit or for surveillance purposes, which are part of the Schengen Accords. He said, "These are all part of the